Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Now let us see a few questions based on this concept. Let us see the question that comes to us. The relative density of silver is 10.8. Now the first thing is, you may also be asked just by writing this statement that the relative density of a substance is 10.8. What conclusion do you draw? Yeah, what does it means? Right. In that case, whatever will be the conclusion we'll be drawing is that if the relative density of silver is 10.8, it means silver is 10.8 times heavier or denser than that of water. Got it? That is first question that is being asked. Now in this question, let us continue. Relative density of silver is 10.8. The density of water, as we know, is 1000 kilogram per cubic meter, which can be written as 10 to the power 3 also. What is the density of silver? Now it's quite simple. We know that in order to find the relative density of a substance, we know the formula is the density of that particular substance divided by the density of water. Now in this particular case, the substance is silver. So in this formula, I am already given the relative density of substance. I am already given the density of water. Otherwise also I would have put the value myself because I know the value. I should remember it. I need to calculate density of substance. So in a formula, three things were included. Out of these three, two are given. We can simply calculate the third one. How? Putting the values. Relative density is 10.8 is equal to density of the substance, that is silver, divided by density of water is 10 to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube. Just cross multiplying it, we will get the density of silver simply by multiplying the values, and that come out to be 10.8 into 10 to the power 3 kilogram per cubic meter. This is the density of silver. Got it? Fine, quite easy. Now let us see a few questions based on the topic that you have done in that was our buoyant force, Archimedes principle, and this density and relative density. Right? A few NCERT questions, a few book questions. We'll just go through them. First question is, in what direction does the buoyant force on an object immersed in a liquid act? So we know that every liquid exerts an upthrust, and if it is upthrust, thrust is force, up is the upward direction, simply the direction will be upwards. Got it? Next, why does a block of plastic released under water come up to the surface of water? Now why is it so? Once again, we know that every liquid, whether it is water or anything, it exerts an upthrust, and because that upthrust is more than that of the density of this plastic bottle or a block, that is why if it is released because of the buoyant force or upthrust exerted by water, it will rise up. Let us see a next question. Now, the volume of 50 gram of a substance, we are given the mass of a substance, that is 50 gram, right? And the volume is 20 centimeter cube. So the volume is given to be 20 cubic centimeter or 20 centimeter cube. Now if the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube, that we already know, will the substance float or sink? Now he is asking, the examiner, he is asking whether this particular object will float or sink in water. So for that, we need to first of all relate the density of this particular substance. So we will first of all calculate the density of this substance. If the density of this substance is greater than that of water, surely it will sink. But if it is less than water, surely it will float. And how to calculate density? Simple formula is mass upon volume. And since in the question the values are gram and centimeter, we are not supposed to change the values or the units. They are simply okay. We can continue with this. Had it been kilogram and centimeter cube, we should have changed it. Had it been gram and meter cube, we should have changed it. Fine. So this is alright as it is. We'll directly put up the values. Mass is given to us in the question to be 50 gram. The volume is given to be 20 centimeter cube. Cancelling it out, I'll get 2.5 gram per cubic centimeter. Now this is the density of this particular substance, and since it is greater than 1, it is greater than the density of water, that is why we'll say that surely it is going to sink in water. Clear? Fine. Let us see the next question. Now, the volume of a 500 gram sealed packet is 350 centimeter cube. Once again, gram and centimeter, simply the units are okay. Let us see what exactly is given to us in the question. The mass of that packet is given out to be 500 gram and the volume is given to be 350 cubic centimeter or centimeter cube. Will the packet float or sink in water if the density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube? So simply directly we'll just say the density calculation will be there, and as it is whatever we have done in the previous question, the same concept, that if the density comes out to be more than that of water, it will sink. Otherwise, if it is less than that of water, it will float. So first of all, let us try to relate what exactly is the density of this substance is. And the formula, as we know, the density is calculated by mass per unit volume. Mass is given to us 500 gram, volume is given to us 350 centimeter cube. Cancelling it, right? Next I will get 10 and here was 7. So the value comes out to be 1.4 something gram per centimeter cube, right? It will be approximately 1.426. I will write 1.43. But it doesn't make much difference because 1.4 is sufficient value to tell us that the density of this particular substance is greater than that of water. So definitely it is going to sink. Clear? So what will be the this is the first question. The first part of this question, will the packet float or sink? It will sink. Now there is a second part also. The second part says what will be the mass of water displaced by this packet. Now how much mass it is going to displace? This we have already seen in the Archimedes principle, that whenever an object is immersed in water, then the amount of water displaced will be equal to its volume and will be equal to the buoyant force. So if the volume of the substance is 350 centimeter cube, right, the volume of the substance is 350 centimeter cube. So this is exactly the amount of water it is going to displace. 350 grams of water it is going to displace. Why? Because the amount of water displaced is equal to the volume of the substance, right? Fine. Alright, so this is all about our density and relative density. Got it? So this is all about our density, relative density, Archimedes principle, and this is all about your gravitation. I hope you have understood it all. Please try to relate all the topics and please try to do all the numericals with your hand. Alright? Thank you so much.